It made headlines around the world when forestry worker Robert Taylor described seeing an alien spaceship 40 years ago. It remains to this day the only reported UFO sighting in the UK to have been investigated by the police. As a result of the rips in Mr. Taylor's trousers, the police suspected that he had been assaulted, but they were unable to determine by what. The most unusual encounter of Robert Taylor's life occurred when he was 61 years old. With a thick brush of white hair and a craggy outdoorsman's face, he was unassuming, steady, and phlegmatic. In addition to being a teetotal churchgoer, Robert Taylor was a respected war hero. Throughout his entire life, he never deviated from the story you are about to hear. There was no doubt that he was sincere in what he believed he had seen. Livingston, West Lothian, Scotland, was the location of Deachmont Woods, where Robert worked all his adult life as a forester. He set off with his dog Lara on Friday morning, November 9, 1979, to check the woods in Deachmont for stray sheep and cattle. According to Taylor, he parked his pickup truck at the side of a road near the motorway and walked with Lara along a forest path up the side of Deachmont Law. As Taylor approached a clearing in the woods, he reported seeing what he described as a dark grey dome-shaped object approximately 6.4 meters in diameter, hovering above the forest floor in a clearing about 480 meters away from his truck. Taylor described the object as a dark metallic material with a rough texture like sandpaper, featuring an outer rim set with small propellers. The appearance of the exterior seemed to change from time to time. Taylor believed the UFO was trying to blend in with its surroundings. Suddenly, two small spheres with spikes similar to sea mines rushed at him. As the spikes made contact with the ground, they made a sound. The spiked spheres stopped right next to him and latched on to his trousers. They began to drag him back to the UFO. He felt sick due to an extremely strong smell which caused him to pant for air, and soon he lost consciousness. Taylor woke up to find that the UFO and its accompanying smaller spheres had disappeared. His dog was agitated and barking loudly, but Taylor was unable to call the animal as he had lost his voice. Struggling to stand, he crawled for about 90 meters before regaining the ability to walk and make his way back to his pickup truck. He attempted to contact forestry headquarters using his two-way radio, but was unable to, as he still could not speak. His truck got stuck in the mud, so he had to walk the 1.5 kilometers back home. The encounter had lasted for an hour and left Taylor with a headache and intense thirst, which took 2 days to subside. He reported feeling ill and smelling a foul odor. Upon reaching home, he informed his wife Mary that he had been attacked by a spaceship thing. Due to his condition, the police were called and investigated the incident as an assault. Detective Ian Walk, the crime scene investigator, reported observing strange marks at the location. There were 40 holes, each about 10 centimeters in diameter, as well as marks resembling those made by caterpillar tracks on bulldozers. During the investigation, Walk visited Taylor's employer, Livingston Development Corporation, to check if their machinery was responsible for the marks. However, after inspecting all of their equipment, he found no match. According to Walk, the strange marks were only present in the clearing where Taylor claimed to have had a close encounter with a UFO. He stated that the marks just arrived and did not appear to have come from or gone to anywhere, as if a helicopter or some other object had descended from the sky. The police report from the time stated that the marks indicated an object of several tons had been present, but there was no evidence of it having been driven or towed away. PC William Douglas stated that there was no rational explanation for the marks. As part of the investigation, Taylor's ripped trousers were examined by forensics. However, as this was before modern DNA techniques, the focus was on how the damage was done. Forensics concluded that the trousers had been damaged by something hooking them and pulling upward. The trousers are now in the possession of ufologist Malcolm Robinson, who has been investigating such cases since the Deachmont incident. Robinson believes it to be one of the few genuine cases of a UFO encounter. Various explanations have been put forward to explain what happened to Mr. Taylor, including hallucinations from poisonous berries, black ball lightning, and a mirage of Venus. A medical reason, such as an epileptic seizure, was also considered, but there was no evidence to support this. Mr. Taylor's wife reported that he had no history of mental illness but had contracted meningitis 14 years prior. Detective Walk acknowledged the possibility of an epileptic fit, but raised the question of the unexplained marks on the ground. The incident in the woods received widespread attention after the press picked up on it, leading to media coverage and books on the subject. A plaque was even erected at the site by Mr. Taylor's employer, but it was later stolen. The police investigated any possible flights or equipment in the area at the time but found nothing to match the marks on the ground. The physical evidence supports the existence of something at the spot Taylor claimed. Taylor was widely respected as an honest and responsible person, and there is no evidence of a hoax on his part, and he never attempted to make money from his alleged experience. He had a medical history of illnesses and surgeries, but nothing that suggested head injury or mental instability. As always, I'll let you decide what you think happened.